Hi, I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. Such a pleasure to meet you. Could you give us a brief introduction to what people can expect from this new series and also a bit about your character?
Yeah, sure. So I'm playing a character called The Stranger. Do you want me to your eyes or down the barrel?
Oh, either.
Okay, I'm going to go to your eyes. It's all about the eyes. So The Stranger is a really mysterious character. The shadow lays quite dark over him. I think when we meet him, it's pretty clear he's got a deep sense of his purpose, what he wants to achieve, and what I think is hopefully going to be really exciting over the course of these few episodes that we're going to watch is seeing how that begins to unburden itself onto the communities that he comes in touch with, and maybe possibly the whole of Middle-earth.
And, when you first landed the role, where did you begin? Did you go back to the books, back to the original movies? And how did you balance that kind of challenge of sort of staying true to the legacy, but also creating something new?
Yeah, well, I think you're right. The books are the place. So go back to the beginning. I mean, I tried to go back to the beginning of time. What happened at the beginning of The Lord of the Rings? How did Tolkien introduce that? And of course, what he did was he breathed life, rather like his creator did, into the universe, and sang these worlds into existence. And so for me, starting right there and finding the way that those things could resonate all the way through our story was something that was really fun to do. And of course, we're second age, so audiences won't have ever seen this stuff on telly or screen before. And there's lots of there are areas, caves that JD and Patrick, the showrunners, have gone down. They've shone torches into exciting new areas that we're going to hear for the first time. So I'm thrilled and excited for an audience to come on that journey with us.
And did you have a favourite moment on set? I mean, it must have just been epic. The production values, the cast, everything.
Yeah, it was. And the more we talk about it in our group, the more we just bounce ideas of our favourite memories off each other. It turns out, the real thing was the people we worked with and the land that we were in. It was just the most incredible experience. It was a huge privilege. There are certainly scenes that, in my memory, when I walked onto the set of The Crater and I saw Markella playing Nori, who is just so talented, wonderful. When she came up to the crater and she was looking down where I should be, fire everywhere, lights, wind, the whole thing going on, a massive set. And then coming across this crater was this huge telescopic armed crane, and on the end of it was this camera pointing, right in her face across this massive epic scene. I was like, here we are. We've got epic and we've got intimate, both in the same moment. And I think that's at the heart of this piece. Tolkien's epic mythology and intimate character.
And what ultimately do you hope people take away? Because it feels like people definitely want to get lost in something, but it also feels like the nuance and the values and the messages that are kind of like in his writing feel very applicable to today.
Sure, but I think one of the great things about telling a story is that it's not up to you how the audience responds to it. So what we've done is we've really committed and we believe in the story that we're telling. We've poured ourselves into it for 2.5 years, and we've brought love to it and tried to research it properly, and had such respect for Tolkien. And so I think all we can do now is hand it to an audience and say, we love making it. Here's our gift to you. See how they take it.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Enjoy the evening. Lovely to chat to you.